Alright guys, welcome back to another video. I know it's been like a month since I posted something, but that's because one, I'm lazy, and two, I just don't have that many video ideas. But after a lot of requests from the comment section and whatnot, I decided that today maybe it's a good time to do a jobs tier list. Now I've been holding off on doing this for a while because it's kind of hard to define what a job is, and I feel like I'm bound to like miss some, so if there's like a job I rank, or if there's a job like I don't rank and you guys wanted me to go over it, then let me know in the comments and I can probably reply saying what I would have ranked it as. But anyways, let's just go ahead and get started here. So first off, we have one of the more recent jobs added to this game. When I say recent, I mean like a year ago, because this game doesn't get a lot of new updates because, I don't know, it just doesn't. But anyways, the bus driver, I'd say it's really just kind of mid. I'd probably put this in C tier, mostly just because it doesn't really do much in terms of money. Because even, I mean, you have the exploit, which is pretty good for money, but if we're ignoring the exploits and whatnot, I'm not gonna lie, it just doesn't really make you too much money, but it is like somewhat viable, so I'd say C tier is probably a good spot for it. Next up, we got racing. Now this one kind of depends, like it depends on what kind of racing you're doing. If you're doing like optimized racing, where you're doing like the mountain pass a bunch of times, where you earn 200 coins per thing, like every minute basically you're earning 200 coins, that's pretty good. So I'd say this is honestly a good B tier. Like it's not the worst job in the world, but it's honestly pretty good. It's definitely better than being a bus driver in my opinion. You're earning pretty solid money, so you can't really complain at all. Next up, we got Spaghetti Hotline. Now this one, easy S tier. Everyone knows this one is very good. Especially because you can just AFK basically, or what you can do is you can just keep sleeping over and over again, just keep skipping through a bunch of days, and you'll just keep earning money from the spaghetti hotline. And you can use the spaghetti and sell the spaghetti at the island campground as well, which makes you earn even more money. And speaking of which, let's rank the island campground as well. And unsurprisingly, the island campground is also an S tier in my opinion, because the spaghetti hotline and the island campground, they kind of go hand in hand. Like they work very well together, because the island camp works similarly to where you make money by skipping through a lot of days because it's like an 8-day stay or whatever. And you can use the spaghetti to like sell at the island campgrounds. Like I said, they synergize extremely well because they kind of help each other out. And I actually did a video a while back where I made 1,000,000 coins, right? And the way I made 1,000,000 coins is by using this exact strategy, because it is just that goated. It is that insane. So if you're trying to maximize your money, that's definitely the way to go, because it's just that good. Anyways, next up, we got the taxi job. Now, this one, again, I'd say it's pretty mid. I would probably leave this one in C tier, because I wouldn't say it's as good as racing. But yeah, just kind of mid. That's something I've noticed so far. Like the driving related jobs tend to just be like kind of meh, because the taxi job, you earn like 1 or 200 coins every like, few minutes. I'm not sure if that's that great. So I don't know. Like I said, generally C tier stuff is just kind of mids. And yeah, the taxi job is just simply mid. This is probably a job most people haven't done in a while, but the scuba diving job. So the scuba diving job, I'd probably put this in the B tier. It's definitely a lot better than the taxi job and the racing, but it did get nerfed a while back. I remember when they nerfed it to like 5 coins and then they buffed it back to 8, but it's still overall been nerfed since it came out. So it's not nearly as good. And also it requires kind of a bit of luck to make good money, because sometimes you'll get a lot of trash, other times you'll get like barely anything. And it's a little time consuming, but you can still earn a pretty solid income. So scuba diving, I'd say it's a fair B tier. Logging is another one that's been nerfed quite a bit. It got a 25% nerf basically, because assuming you friended the sawmill person, it used to make you 500, now it's 400 per log, but 400 is still really good. So I wouldn't say it's S tier, but definitely A tier. Like if you were solely making money off of logging, it's honestly pretty good. Like it's still not that bad. I would definitely recommend logging as a job. It's very good. This one's a very interesting one, because this one depends on how you do it. This one's the substitute ferry captain. Now, if you do it normally, it's not that good. It's only, I think it's 100 coins per trip, which is really bad. But the thing that makes it good is you can sell food. And the reason why it's good is because when you sell food, you can make a lot of money. I remember I tested this out a little bit ago, and I think I got like, like 1 to 2,000 coins just for selling like an apple. Because all you have to do is just stock up on food from like the supermarket and the gas station or whatever. Like on the wiki, there's like a list of like things you need to sell, like, or like the stuff you should sell. And you stock up on those items. And that means where when you're picking up a passenger, they'll pay you like a crap ton of money for those items. So it's like really good. So assuming you're using that feature, I would honestly, I'd say it's A tier. Assuming you're using the features, yeah, it's definitely an A tier. If you're not using the features, I'd probably call it a C tier, maybe even a D tier. But if you're using the features, I'd probably call it an A tier. Honestly, it's very good. Next up, we got saltwater fishing. Now, this one's kind of interesting because this is kind of a temporary job. You can't do this one forever because once you get all the fish, you're done. But assuming we're still collecting all the fish, um, I'd probably put this one in C tier. You don't really earn a lot of money, and it's not too reliable because sometimes you just won't get lucky. It is kind of RNG dependent, so yeah, I guess it's just mid. It's just C tier. It doesn't really stand out in my opinion. Next up, we got R-Corp, a job most people only did for the storyline and forgot about afterwards. I remember when the talent update first came out, when the game was a lot smaller. I remember this was like my go-to job, and obviously a lot better income options have come out since then, so it's not as good, but honestly, even for 2025 standards, it's still like okay, I guess. It's at least better than, like being a bus driver or being a taxi driver or anything like that. So this might be a bit of a high rank, but I think it honestly deserves B tier. It's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. So I'd say it's like a low B tier in my opinion. Next up, we got port security. I think most of us can agree that port security is the worst. It's such a boring job. You just sit around for like 3 or 4 minutes and you're just waiting across the clock, and then you might accidentally mess up one small little thing and you get paid nothing for it. I hate this job a lot, and you only get paid like 200 coins per thing for like several minutes of work. That's just not worth it at all in my opinion. This one's getting a D tier, 1,000,000%. It is just not great. I would not recommend doing this job unless you're trying to like progress and trying to get like the max rank. But after you get the max rank, don't bother with the security job. The security job just sucks. Just don't do it. Next up, we got police. This is a pretty fun job, but we're only focusing on how much money it makes, like how good it is for money. So if we're focusing purely from a money perspective, I would say this is probably either A or B. I'm going to give it a B tier for now. Actually, I'm going to probably leave it at B tier, but because like, I don't know, it's just not as good as the other options like logging and substitute ferry captain. I think those make better money than the police job, but the police job is still pretty respectable. You can still earn pretty good money, and especially because it's a fun job. So it's not a bad option at all. Next up, we got paramedic. I haven't done paramedic in a while, but I do remember earning pretty decent money. Not to mention it has a really, really good music, and it's just fun in general. And again, the money is actually pretty good if I remember correctly. It's about just as good as substituting or logging. So I think it's very deserving of being an A tier. So yeah, how about that? Next up, we got mushrooms. Now, most people can agree that this is an S tier. Very easy to collect these, especially if you buy them through like Shopping Bonanza. If you get lucky, it's a very easy job. You just gotta run around and collect them. It's not that hard. So yeah, and you get a lot of money. Like people always post about how much money they're making off of mushrooms. The mushrooms are very good. Probably not as good as the businesses, but still very, very incredible income. So mushrooms are definitely an S tier in my opinion. Next up is the newspaper photo requests. These aren't that great in my opinion because you can only do this once per day, and each day is only 200 coins. So, and again, for the amount of effort you have to put in, some of them are a little annoying to do. So I'd probably just put this in D tier, especially because it's a temporary job, because once you do all 40 of them, then you have no more left. Like the rewards other than the coins are pretty good. Like you can edit your own newspaper, you can get that cool outfit. But if we're talking just from a money perspective, I'm not really digging this job. I'm going to put this in D tier. It's just not really that great in my opinion. Next up, we got forklift driver. This one is pretty mid. I'm not sure if it's as bad as the bus driver and stuff like that. I will give it credit though. It is a very consistent income, like because of like the saltwater fisher or like the bus driving. Again, it's not always the same. It's not the most consistent, but this one's very consistent. So I'm still going to put it in C tier though. It's still very mid in my opinion. Now we got regular fisher. Regular fisher is very similar to the saltwater fisher, so I would probably just leave this in C tier as well because they are slightly different, but they're not different enough to rank them differently. So I'm probably going to put freshwater fisher in the same tier as the saltwater version. Now we got firefighter job. This one is very good. I'm not sure whether to put this in A tier or S tier because they're both very good. I would say this is probably an A tier though. Like I said, still a very good job, just not as good as the ones in S tier, so that's why I can't quite put it in S tier, but it's still very good. All right, we got Express Shipping Company. This one is very, very mid. I think even on like the best deliveries, you'll get like maybe 500 coins, and that's on like the really long deliveries. Like, you know, you have to go all the way to the island to then deliver it to Ski Mountain kind of deal. So it's just a lot of work, and 500 coins is just not that much. So we're just gonna put this in C tier. It's just mid. It's not bad, but it's not that great either. So it's just mid. We got crane operator. This job feels very similar to forklift driver, like difficulty wise and pay wise. I'm pretty sure it's almost identical. Crane job, I will give credit. Crane job is a bit more fun, but if we're talking from a money perspective, it's about the same level as the forklift driver in terms of money. So we're gonna leave this one in C tier as well. It's just, again, a lot of these are just mid. Last but not least, we have the doctor job. The doctor job, very good. I'm not sure whether to put this in S or A tier. Because again, like if you optimize it, you can actually make a lot of money. Because people always talk about how being a doctor is like really good. That applies to real life too, by the way. That being a doctor makes you a lot of money. I'd say doctor is like barely pushing S tier though. Like I'd say it's barely an S tier, but it's a very good job. So we're gonna leave it right here. And just like that, my tier list is done. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree. If you disagree, then my opinion is better. You know the drill, of course. By the way, guys, as a little bit of a bonus for the end of this video, I'm going to show you guys some sneak peeks. I'm guessing a lot of you guys have already seen it, but on Discord, like a week ago, Gert Johnny actually released these sneak peeks. They're very blurry. They're kind of vague, but if you guys haven't seen that yet, there's the sneak peeks. Very weird stuff, but yeah, they're there, I guess. People have definitely been theorizing about it, so if you want to kind of join the Discord and see what people have been saying about it, I'd recommend doing it. I have no idea what it could be personally, but if you guys have theories in the comments, then let me know, I guess. Oh, and one final thing, I have a special announcement about 100 Days. If you guys watch 100 Days and you guys enjoyed it, I have exciting news because 200 Days is in the making right now. I'm not done yet, but I don't know when it's coming out. Maybe in a couple weeks. I don't know. I'm mostly done with it by now. I think I'm like maybe like 2/3 of the way done or something like that in terms of making the video. So I don't know. I'm going to set up the premiere for it maybe like a week in advance just to hype it up and all that. So basically once like the premiere shows up or whatever, that basically just means that it's going to be available in a week. So keep an eye out for that. But anyways, other than that, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Thank you to all my channel members for supporting my content. I appreciate you guys a lot. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next video.